People who can't get money are similar. People who can get money have their own reasons. Make money? Essentially, it is an open book exam. Everyone who receives the results, they are all saying the same thing in their own way. Never changed from ancient times to the present day. What determines success or failure is not the so-called information gap, but it depends on whether you have the password for translating wealth in your mind. The truth of this world is that there are multiple faces. Any thought can be perfectly self-consistent within it. The world is changing as soon as the thought changes this issue. I will provide all the answers about wealth, translate for you in as straightforward a language as possible. This is also all the precautions that ordinary people should take when getting their first bucket of gold. The ordinary people here refer to those who do not have particularly outstanding skills. There is no so-called network relationship. I also don't believe in so-called social connections. There are no so-called resources. I don't believe in so-called resource friends either. In fact, after listening to this episode, you will understand only by abandoning all external conditions, he is still willing to believe in himself. People who strive to improve themselves, only then can we truly have the opportunity to succeed and eliminate all distractions in our thinking. Poverty and wealth are both fundamentally cognitive habits. It is the inevitable result of the automated behavior that drives life. Poor habits and behaviors. Wealth also comes from the habits and behaviors of wealth. The first step in making money, not blindly learning or doing things, but first, you need to see your own thoughts and habits clearly. What are suitable for getting rich? What are not suitable for getting rich? The core source of each person's thoughts is their own origin. Family. What would parents be like without deliberate intervention? What will the next generation look like? This is also the most difficult step for ordinary people. Can you break free from the constraints of your original family's thinking, deciding whether there is an opportunity for change in your future? Let me first provide a conclusion on the correct process for getting rich. Find the right feed for oneself. The idea of improving the efficiency of making money. Control your psychology with the right mindset. Using psychological control over one's body. Do the right thing to achieve one's career goals. The process of making money is to improve oneself, and the process is to counter one's own experience. And the process of cognition, it's also a process of ordinary people changing their lives. You would choose to be poor and dignified, or the wealthy who let go of face what the poor say. Everything we do is right, comprehensive. They will always take care of the people around them. To save face and identity, they will search for the great truths of the world. Used to demand oneself and showcase oneself from within. What poor people most want is face and stage, recognition and applause. What they are willing to give up is the opportunity to acquire wealth. What poor people can't tolerate is poverty. What can be tolerated is others' lack of understanding, disrespect. In the competition for wealth, they will protect their reputation, proactively withdraw from the competition. In the world of the rich, financial logic always comes first. Everything unrelated to interests, face-saving relationship, identity correctness, they're all worthless. Take up face, not necessarily immediately impoverished, but it will definitely constrain your thoughts and actions. Shrink your living space. Put down face, not necessarily wealthy, but it will definitely unlock your mental shackles. Expand your living space. The two roads are completely different. No right or wrong. You can choose for yourself. Be wary of work traps. Increase monthly income. Increase annual salary. It will make you earn money automatically, getting richer and richer. This sentence sounds very reasonable, but it is the biggest obstacle between the rich and the poor. The only one who works, instead of seeking stability, seeking comfort, begging not to take responsibility. Once a person accepts and approves from the heart, monthly salary and annual salary fall into the trap of working. My gaze will become short and shallow, will become stingy, not looking at the overall market environment. I'd only focus on the gains and losses in front of me, and the internal team has essentially shrunk. Expanding one's own living space, reduced survivability. Wealth does not rely on accumulation and savings, but rather a one-time burst of energy storage. After seeing the trend clearly, saving money is not unimportant. It's just not the same thing as making money. Want to obtain wealth? You need to clearly distinguish between working and trading, saving and earning money. What is the difference between withdrawing money and receiving money? And at this stage, which method do you want to choose? See the world clearly. Understanding the essence of the trading world is a super large market. In this market, everywhere are goods. Everything has a price. From another perspective, consider all products that are not clearly priced. Either the price is too high, a priceless treasure. For example, sincere emotions. Either it has no value at all. For example, identity relationships, circle, networking, all relationships between people. Emotions are all transactional relationships, all valuable goods. It is also reflected in the price in the transaction. However, it has proven its value. The reason why a person is poor, the core reason is the inability to see the essential laws of the world clearly, unable to penetrate surface emotions, relationships, and humanity. For a lifetime, living in a cover-up, the reason for being rich is understandable. I saw through the transaction. Rich people don't look directly at human nature to test human nature and judge human nature. They only know how to deeply understand human nature and do things according to human nature. Rich people understand all surface emotional relationships. The laws of human nature are only tools that serve transactions. So poor people are very verbose in their work, will consider many prerequisites, condition, relationship, affection, and face saving, and so on. Rich people are very direct in their actions. We will enter the trading phase as soon as possible, doing things more efficiently. The social purpose of the wealthy is to obtain resources, strive for opportunities for transactions. Instead of mixing emotions, mix relationship, mix circle. Valuable transactions do not equate to connections. Social interactions that cannot reach a transaction are ineffective. On the scale of social transactions, on one side is the value you can use to be traded. On the other hand, there is a genuine payment. Besides, any other factor is just an interference term. Everything has its value in place. The money will be in place. The money is in place. The matter is in place. No exceptions. And the poor are always trying to find exceptions, further complicate the simple facts and truth in their eyes. There are always alternative solutions. Is it okay if I don't do this? I'll do a few more other things. Is it possible to make up for it? Is it okay if I don't create value? I make my social connections better. Critical moments. Can others help me? People with such thoughts never face problems directly. People who always evade problems are extremely unintelligent, destined to be poor, and respect the rules of the game. Accept objective laws. Everyone is playing their own single-player game. As long as it's a game, there must be rules. Regular, walk according to the rules. You can't get what you want, but in reality, many people are challenging the rules, even challenging the rules, attempting to identify vulnerabilities in the rules. This is the dumbest group of people. A truly intelligent person will never consider themselves the smartest one. I will never be arrogant and challenge history, challenge patterns, always hold a reverence for laws and regulations, reasonable and reasonable, legal and compliant. It's all the rules you have to follow unconditionally. Under this set of game rules, there is no such thing as right or wrong, only the rules of trading. The essence of poverty is not wanting to trade, just want to request, believe only in what is called right or wrong, but never give, never revere the rules. All laziness, not moving forward, maintain relationships. People with bad rules, essentially, they don't want to wait for a transaction to take place. They are full of benevolence and righteousness, moral, complain, injustice in the world, behind the scenes, yet greedy and unrestrained, never satisfied. Therefore, if you find that the other party does not understand the transaction, also disrespectful to transactions, immediately stay away from isolation, no matter what the other party's identity is. To associate with these people, sooner or later, it will bring you big trouble. A special reminder, it's also good for oneself. It's also good for the next generation. Never develop the habit of returning or exchanging goods. Any transaction will bring profits. Compensable, making money naturally brings happiness. Losing money is also an opportunity to remind oneself, having a profound understanding. All the problems are within oneself. All failures and losses are opportunities for self-improvement. You will gradually improve, slowly becoming stronger. Life won't start over again. People who cannot learn to respect transactions and rules will suffer greater losses. For anyone and anything, don't think about the long term. Do what you can do now. The money you can earn now is going to be earned in the future, which has nothing to do with you. You only live in the present moment. A person's life is not 80 years. 100 years, and it's just 18 hours a day. Rich people always fear that they don't have money, so we always attach importance to making money. Poor people never worry about not having money, neglecting to make money. People who do things always feel like they don't have enough time. Today's work, completed today. There won't be too many expectations for tomorrow. People who don't do things always feel that there is still a lot of time in the future, so there's an endless waiting tomorrow. Always talking about the future instead of talking about today and tomorrow. People who talk about tomorrow will never truly do anything. People who pursue long-term stability are all poor, forgetting information difference. What makes money is execution. The difference between people lies in their execution ability. Instead of information gaps, never complicate simple problems. In our world, making money isn't about secrets or information gaps. All the complex theories you don't understand are just used to market advertisements to you. Make money? What is needed is the result. Only through execution can there be a chance to obtain results. Execution is the mother of results. Instead of you knowing any secrets, reject all negative aspects. Emotion, negative energy and negative thoughts will not bring you positive energy. The result is the biggest obstacle you've encountered before taking action. Never develop the habit of complaining. When you're complaining and sighing, the strong have already begun to adapt to the laws of the jungle. It's about adaptability, survival of the fittest, survival of the deceased, who can enter the state faster. Faster adaptation to changes faster. Face problems directly and soften. Who can take the lead? Only mental health. Only people with positive emotions can acquire knowledge. Control your body well to make the right choices and things. People with chaotic minds will only fall into a deeper vicious cycle. The essence of life competition is to control oneself, adjusting oneself instead of delusional control over others. No one has anything to do with you, or rather, the relationship is very simple. You're amazing. You can't get money. Others will treat you well. Conversely, it's difficult for normal people to control their thoughts and emotions around you. The core lies in filtering out any negative information. Don't listen, don't look, not curious about any negative person, not listening or asking, no contact. It is particularly important to note that, at any time, you need to stay away from anyone who says you're wrong. As long as you hear similar words, polite treatment immediately blocks the way. Don't give them any chance. Their purpose is not to do things and get results, but rather looking for identification. Prove oneself stronger than others through questioning. Once you come into contact with such idle and weak people, give them a chance. They will cling to you, consuming a lot of your time. Always remember, any right or wrong unrelated to interests, right or wrong without any meaning or interest. The only criterion for evaluation is the result. Instead of language, habit, reason, maintain rationality. The core of the world is rational. That's why objective laws exist. The underlying nature of human beings is also rational. Always carefully examine and evaluate everyone and our surroundings. All emotions are tools used to serve rationality. From an emotional perspective, the world is complex and ever-changing. From a rational perspective, the world is simple. Smart people tend to condense seemingly complex phenomena into an extremely simple rule. 1 + 1 = 2. Instead of emotional delusions, find one. The method of adding 1 = 100. Make money? What is needed is a rational mind that understands patterns, stable emotions, and mentality. Instead of relying solely on intuition to do things, a rational person will consider everything around them as normal situation. I will find that the pattern conforms to the rules. Regularity is the key to maintaining vigilance. These are the foundations of your survival. Habitual rationality. Maintain rationality. Your thoughts are not easily aware of external interference. Your movements won't deform. Your choice is the right one. Accurate. Get the result you want. The more emotional a person is, the more emotional they become. The higher the chance of being affected. The more weaknesses one has, the easier it is to get into someone else's trap. Develop the habit of saving your time. The core principle of saving time is to refuse. Want to improve pre-draft efficiency? Save your time. What must be learned is to show weakness and screen. What poor people will never learn in their lifetime is to show weakness. Essentially, it is a deficiency in intelligence. Their mental abilities cannot see further development directions. So someone bullied him, deceiving him. Poor people must compete. Actually, showing weakness is about uniting others. the best way to save your time. Give others a stage, give them face. To others, you can only unite others, obtain one's own interests, save your time. After showing weakness, screening must be carried out. Refuse directly when necessary. Trading or life, all opportunities are two-way. You not only need to showcase value, it is even more important to screen out normal people who truly recognize goods in order to make a transaction. The essence of making money is to attract traffic. Your traffic is large enough to have the confidence to filter. The more you filter, the higher the efficiency of making money. The more efficient it will be. When you only have 3 clients, you would hope that either one would be successful. You will automatically waste time. When your traffic is large enough, only then will you truly realize the immense value of time. Only then can we cherish time. Only select suitable customers to complete transactions. Therefore, the main premise of trading is traffic. The essence of making money requires sufficient traffic. Increasing traffic is saving you time, and profit is the output per unit time. Daily thoughts and behaviors can only serve for making money and career. If there are still weekends in your mind, there are also holidays. Make money? For you, it's just a delusion. It's difficult for ordinary people to get money. The core reason is that we have received too many ideas that are not suitable for making money. The commonality of these ideas makes you pause. Get out of combat mode. Enjoy comfort and comfort. Without alertness and spiritual strength, the world of entrepreneurs would not have 996 people who can make money feel luxurious sleeping. The world is society. The essence of society is transaction. The essence of transactions is value-based. Interchange, value. The essence of exchange is survival of the fittest. Someone will always make money. Someone is losing money. Someone is advancing. Someone has been eliminated. So your only goal is to survive. Besides making money and pursuing a career, all other actions are redundant, especially emotional relationships. If you haven't understood the relationship between money and emotions by today, it can only prove that your living environment is comfortable. Don't worry about food and drink, not too much energy. After experiencing more, you will understand that career is always more important than emotions. Career has hope, only then can emotions exist. Making money is making oneself valuable, and then let others take advantage of it. Want to make money? The only definite path is to make oneself in a certain field valuable. Make yourself valuable, and then make others feel that you are profitable. You have to do everything you can to live like a bait. Let more people see your value and take advantage of you. This is something that poor people can never achieve. Poor people spend their entire lives trying their best, not letting others take advantage of it. They fundamentally do not approve of transactions. I don't want to exchange either, even less willing to pay the cost, just want to request. The less one gives, the more they refuse to give, will lose more opportunities. Vicious circle. The more you put in, the more. Give more people will trust you. The more you serve, the trust will increase, the greater the opportunity to make money. That's also why giving is the beginning of taking. Making money is ultimately cognitive. Game is a competition of intelligence. Only those who are truly skilled in making money will truly understand. Being honest and upright is the ultimate methodology for making money. They will do their best to provide services to others as much as possible, make others feel innocent and have advantages to take advantage of. All big business is a natural choice for human nature. When others think you are very smart, you will lose all opportunities. Always remember, the essence of human nature is to take, and giving is essentially profitable. Taking advantage of others is the reason why most people are poor, and it is also the foundation of your wealth. Nothing is good or bad, ideologically driven. Make money, not related to the product or project. If you hear this, your mind is still thinking about which projects are good. Make money, which projects are the highlights. I suggest you stop thinking about making money. All industries that can survive to today, it must have its value and significance. What you need to constantly explore is not what products sell well, but what the customer needs. The invincible law of doing business is to have a buyer before becoming a seller. Your opportunity, it must be in the field that you are familiar with and have delved deeply into. You have sufficient understanding of the customer, understanding human nature, to help others find the most matching value. When you understand the rich and poor logic behind habits, found a more suitable idea for making money, you will find money everywhere. Okay, do you want to learn more? Follow me. Only with intellectual thinking can one change one's life.